What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since my last video. I did have a video. I had to take it down because the day I posted the video of this farm, the coin absolutely fell off a cliff and basically went to zero. I want to show you a quick chart on this thing. Went from $60 all the way to zero in the matter of 24 hours right after posting this video. I lost a few $100. However, I was up thousands. Profit disappeared. Could have been a whole lot worse. However, I just had to take the video down because the farm no longer exists. But in today's video, we're going to go over some of my charts and where I see cryptocurrency going in the near term. We're clearly in a bear market, and I'll show you in some of my charts. I'm just going to talk about some of the top 10 coins. I don't want to go outside the top 10 as right now I think altcoins are just pure speculation. I think Bitcoin is the place to be. And if you don't want to be in Bitcoin, sit in cash or dollar cost average into a position. Otherwise, stick to the simple blue chip cryptos. Ethereum and Bitcoin are top two. I don't think I want to make any more speculations in a bear market. But let's get into the charts. Now, I want to start with the total market cap in the entire cryptocurrency space. You can see we topped out around $2.5 trillion, and right now we're sitting at $1.33 trillion. That's a sizable drop since the highs, over 45, close to 50% since that drop. Now, when we take a look at total 2, that's everything minus Bitcoin, and you see we broke 767 billion. This was a big pivot line. You can see we held it. However, we are now below that, meaning there could potentially be some more downside. However, I don't see much, but you just never know. It's all going to come down to what Bitcoin wants to do. And when we take a look at Bitcoin, the dominance right now sits at around 47%. You can see I got back above this Fibonacci at the 71%, sitting at 45%. Can we get back to this 61%? And that would maintain 51%, about half of the entire space. We'll see. Still has some room to go. However, it's slowing down a bit. Now, we'll start from the top. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. Taking a look at Bitcoin right now, it's up ever so slightly at 33,600. It's just very volatile. Now, this is on a daily, and you can just see this 161 fib at 32.1. It's been holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We wicked yesterday, which I'll show you in a couple of these charts. But let's put this thing on a 4-hour and take a closer look at this thing. This is my Coinbase chart, and you just take a look. I think this pitchfork right here is going to be very strong. I just don't see us falling straight through the floor. It's going to be a lot of fight, as a lot of people in Bitcoin believe in it. They're not going to let it just fall off a cliff. However, it did have a sizable drop the other day, but we're rebounding just nicely. So right now in this chart on the 4-hour, nothing really to see here. When we move on to the Tether chart from Binance, you take a look at this thing. It still has some room to go. However, there's a crossover right here around the 4th of July. My guess is we're going to just chop around for another week to 10 days. We can't get above this pitchfork. As you see, we're failing right now. So we potentially be coming back down to 31,000. My guess is if we do break this, it's just going to kind of chop around in this area. As you can see in the next chart, which is Bitstamp, you can see we held this pitchfork. This pitchfork is going to mean a lot. As this chart, I can go back 12 years, and you can just see this median line has played a very big pivot. You got rejected there, broke out there, and it's holding there. So this line is going to be crucial to hold, and you can see the crossover right there, which is around November, which tells me crypto could be in a sideways trend, potentially bear market for the next few months. You just take a look. I think this is pretty strong. People talking a lot about the head and shoulders patterns right here. However, if we do consolidate, it will invalidate that call. So we'll have to keep our eyes close. However, this pitchfork is right around 29K on a 4-hour. You just take a look. We wicked there, and you can see it slowly slopes up. So you can see July 1st, it's around 29.5. But putting it on a daily, I do see a crossover here on July 26th. So my guess is just some chopping between 30 to 40. Maybe if we can get above that. But right now, it just has no momentum, which means if Bitcoin has no momentum, why would you throw your money into an altcoin? Because clearly the space is going to thrive and survive when Bitcoin is a nice uptrend, which clearly it's not right now. So moving on to the top altcoin, that's Ethereum. I like to look at all my charts in BTC denomination, and you can see we broke this 38 Fibonacci at about 6.5 million sats. So Ethereum looks very weak. It looks like it potentially can keep on falling, and there's a crossover right here. This crossover is around June, coming up in the next couple days, June 24th. So my guess is, who knows? This could potentially put in like a wedge pattern if you were to draw here, or we could potentially keep breaking. However, I can't see this thing getting lower than 4.5 million Satoshis, but this line right here looks fairly strong as well. But are we going to just fall through the floor? A lot of that's going to come down to what Bitcoin wants to do. If Bitcoin keeps chopping around, coming back down to 30K, potentially breaking 30K, back to Bitcoin. How low can Bitcoin go if it does break? Well, this chart tells me a lot right here, the tether chart. I think if we did fall this around 25K, this would be a very strong line to catch. Like I said, though, I don't see it just going straight to the floor. Who knows? Now I post this video and it does that. But when we just take a look at this chart, that's very strong. My guess is we hold this line for quite some time going into September. Whether we just do this and then it's go time for the fall for another rally higher to make new highs. But let's move on to Binance Coin. Binance Coin looks weak here as well, breaking this 161 at around 770,000 Satoshis. This could be bad news. You can see it can still fall here, and who knows how far this goes, which is why I don't want to be in any altcoins right now. Taking a look at Cardano. Cardano's in no man's land. This thing could still keep falling, maybe to this 161 at around 33,000 Satoshis. So why would you sit in an altcoin if you're losing in Bitcoin? You might make in USD, but if Bitcoin's falling too, it's king of crypto. So what's the point of being in that? And then we move on to DOGE. DOGE potentially can still fall as well. However, we are seeing a nice strong bounce back above this 261 Fibonacci at around 642 sats. We're right below 700 right now. My guess is we come back down to 400 Satoshis. It's just inevitable. This coin doesn't deserve where it's at. It's in the top 10 right now. But again, the steam is drying up across the board. And last but not least, we move on to Ripple. And just Ripple has nothing really going on for it. I wouldn't want to invest in Ripple as well. Just take a look at USDC. USDC sits around $25 billion. This is a stable coin, as well as Tether at $62 billion. So those two stables are close to $100 billion in this space, which is fairly strong if you ask me. It's helping liquidity across the board. I think USDC is the safest stable coin. However, let's move on and take a look at Bitcoin in gold denomination. I like to look at this in gold denomination. You get a kind of a better read. First thing I notice is a crossover right there and here. Which, what are these dates? Well, end of July, beginning of August. So this could tell me we could see some more chopping action in gold denomination in Bitcoin before it's go time. You can see we've held this pitchfork right there a few times. So ultimately, the space isn't bullish across the board. We're clearly in a bear market. You can see dropping almost 50% from the highs. It's not very attractive right now. However, when you just take a look at the stock market, it's pushing all-time highs right now. So we take a look at the SPX. We came into this week expecting around 90 points of expected move. 42.57 is at upper edge. Rejected today. So tells me the stock market, even though it's making all-time highs, doesn't have much left in the tank, at least for this week. I will be doing some more stock market videos as well. I miss charting, but I just had a kid, so it's been very hard for me to make these videos. He turned 6 weeks on Saturday, so it's been a great experience so far. His name is Atlas, and we just are in love with him. So right now he is sleeping, so I'm able to record this video, just trying to make it short and sweet and just give my take on the entire crypto space. Now, I will do a stock market video, hopefully tomorrow. I'll try to find some free time, but I haven't posted in a while, and I did post how to take it down. So this is my view on the entire space of crypto. I think Bitcoin, if you still want to get into it, it's on a fire discount from the 60,000s into the 30,000s. You can still get in at a nice price, in my opinion. I say you should dollar cost average, though. Buy $10 a day, $20 a day through Cash App. It's quick, it's easy, and send it off to your ledger. I don't have my ledger up, put it up. However, right now I'm just taking a break from DeFi because I wrapped my Bitcoin, I moved it over to Polygon Network, and I got off the Polygon Network. It was just a headache. It was a sour taste losing, having to take an L. However, I told myself, it's too stressful. Take a step back, just sit in Bitcoin, and just wait for it to blossom. And that's what I'm doing right now. So sitting at 33.7K in Bitcoin, you can just see. I just think we have to go sideways some more. Shake out the weak hands. Remember, Bitcoin has a finite supply of 21 million. I would say about 4 million coins are lost. So you're looking at 17 million, around 2035. All coins, around 99%, will be out in circulation. So you have to think, if everyone has the mindset, I'm going to buy this and I'm never going to sell this asset. If you look back in the last crypto run, back up in 2017, we went from 17,000, 20,000, all the way down to 3. 86% of people held. So that speaks very loud, if you ask me. So if more and more people come into this space and they all believe never to sell, there's going to come a moment in time where there's just simply not enough supply for all the demand of people wanting, which would bottleneck the price. You can just look at the news across the board. El Salvador made it legal tender. So if more and more third world countries start adding that, think about it. In El Salvador, 70% of people don't have access to a bank, and yet 50% have internet access. Bitcoin allows them to store some value and hold their money on their own and then make trade with it. So the Lightning Network is still developing and it's growing. Once more Lightning nodes spread out, the transaction times in Bitcoin is going to be in seconds. So you just got to be patient and wait for everything to unfold, because at the end of the day, I don't think Bitcoin is going anywhere. You can look at all the China FUD, China this, China that, and miners are just going to find cheaper ways to mine where electricity is available for them in a different continent, different country. So that's my video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick rundown on where I see all the cryptocurrencies in the top 10. I don't want to go outside, and I did like Matic. You can just take a look at Matic here. I was about Matic, but right now, I think it can still fall. In terms of Satoshis, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing get closer to 2,000. If we break 3,200, this thing is going to fall off a cliff. Like I said, it's too stressful being in altcoins right now when Bitcoin is in a bear market. I just want to sit in Bitcoin, slowly stack, and once the trend reverses and we're starting to go higher, then I can reassess and start putting some money into altcoins. But right now, Bitcoin is king. If you don't want to handle the volatility, sit in cash. But I recommend don't wait for I'm going to buy it at X price. If you really want to get in it, slowly buy it over time. $10 a day, $50 a week, whatever you can afford, that's on the side. You know, if you can cut some coffee expenses or any shopping expenses, anything you can stop doing and put to saving, Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere, and I think it's going to be a whole lot higher in the future from today. So what do you got to lose? But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. It means a lot when you guys can like my videos. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try to post more. Like I said, I just had a kid, so it's hard for me to get videos out, but I do miss making them and talking about my charts and my opinions on where I see the markets going. But on that note, I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Peace!